Hey guys, I'm Lydia, and in this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to make this amazingly, take a closer look, this amazing lemon blueberry bundt cake, okay? This is so great. I'm actually going to be taking this to work with me, so unfortunately I won't cut it on camera with you guys today like I normally do. But this cake is so amazing, it's so moist, and I will definitely make sure I leave pictures on what the inside looks like at the end of this video once we do cut it. So, without further ado, let's get on into this video. Alright guys, so let's jump right into this recipe and make this lemon blueberry bundt cake, okay? So, I have some things already set up just to save some time. I have some sugar right here in my bowl of my stand mixer. And I'm just going to add in my butter. I like that pop sound of me. I'm going to pop that in my stand mixer. I always have to feel. And I have my paddle attachment going right on there. Okay, I'm going to just move it a little closer. And we're going to mix this on medium-high speed just until our butter is nice and creamy and mixed in with our sugar, okay? So while we're doing that, just because this might be a little loud, I'm going to explain it now. I have 2 lemons right here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to zest my lemons. Well, my lemon zest. I'm going to put it straight into this bowl right here, which has my milk into it. Okay, and then I'm also going to cut it in half and put the juice of these 2 lemons in it as well. Okay, and I'm going to do that while this is mixing. So let's get started. Alright guys, so what I did is I got all my lemon juice and my lemon zest in my container with my milk, so that'll be our liquid. Okay, my sugar and butter is all nice, fluffy, and creamed. And right here I just have 4 eggs, so I'm just going to add these eggs in 1 or 2 at a time on low speed. Alright guys, so our eggs are incorporated. I'm just gonna lightly scrape my bowl down. Make sure we got everything from the sides and anything left on the bottom. Okay? And then we're gonna start alternating our ingredients. So we're gonna start with our dry, okay? And we're gonna go a dry and wet back and forth. Now in my dry, I have my all-purpose flour, I have cornstarch, baking powder, and I also have some salt. Okay, I'm just gonna mix that around a bit. And we're gonna do this in thirds batch. So I'm gonna only add about 1/3 of my flour mixture in the beginning. Okay, and we're gonna mix that on medium-low. So now that that's being mixed, guys, I'm just gonna pour in about half of my liquid mixture. Alright, I'm going to add in another 1/3 of flour. And let that go. And now that that's in, I'm going to add the remaining of my liquid. Try to get all that zest out as well. So now guys, we don't want to overmix our batter. So at this point, I'm going to tell you we'll move kind of fast. So I'm going to tell you before I do it, and we have 3 ingredients left. So I'm going to add the remaining of my flour in. Okay, now usually at this point your recipe will be done if you're making a normal cake. Once you add the remaining of your flour, you're good, you can put it in your pan. But because I have 2 more ingredients left, which is my sour cream and then my blueberries, Okay, I'm only gonna mix the flour until it's just a tad bit combined. Then I'll add my sour cream and my blueberries, and then we'll finish mixing it off by hand. Okay, not in the mixer, we'll finish it by hand. So at this point, I'll add my sour cream, mix it for like 5 seconds, and then we'll finish it by hand. Okay, so now that sour cream isn't fully mixed in. It's still white streaks, and I'm gonna see if I can show it to you guys. I'm not sure if you'll see it fully on camera, but I still have a bunch of white streaks in there because again, my sour cream is not fully mixed in. So, and remember, I have not scraped my bowl down either before that last addition. Okay, I'm gonna get everything off my paddle. So I have everything off my paddle and in my bowl, and I have blueberries. So I have about a small container of blueberries. I don't remember the weight on it. I think it's like 6 or 8 ounces. And I just lightly tossed it in flour because I don't want it to fully sink at the bottom of my Bundt pan. I want them to be spread out throughout the cake layer, okay? So I'm gonna dump that right on in. That's how it looks, and we're just gonna fold it in. So I like to start all around my edges, guys, like this. Get my bottoms, and then I'm mixing the rest of the batter. So just when I do these last few folds, I know everything is off the sides, the bottoms, and the tops. I don't want to bust my blueberries, so be very careful and gentle when you fold it in. Okay, guys, so I have me a small little Bundt pan right here. Well, it's not small, it's about average size. Okay. And then I just use this like pan release spray. Now I know I've said in a previous video that I found out these are bad for you. So I am gonna go an alternate route. I'm just testing out which methods work best for me, or which methods actually work best for like different ingredients. Because I realize there is no fail-proof method for like everything unless I do stick with this. You know, some things leave things more greasy than others, if you get what I mean. So, yeah. So I have it sprayed pretty well. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is just pour this in, and I'm gonna try to pour it in evenly throughout. All right, I'm just gonna even this out along the top. And it don't have to be perfect. I just don't want it to be lopsided. So this is how we're looking. Guys, we're gonna get this into the oven, okay? It's gonna be 350 oven for about 45 to 55 minutes, depending on how hot your oven gets. Make sure you just go down below into the description box and double check this recipe, because I really, really think you need to try this. This is like gonna be so awesome for springtime, okay? So we're gonna get this into the oven, and then we'll be right back when it comes out and we can ice it. All right, see you in a minute. All right, guys, so our cake is out of the oven. I did let it sit on my cooling rack on the back counter for about 30 minutes because it did take a while for it to get warm enough for me to hold it like this. Like still in the center on the inside, it is still very warm, but that's fine because it is cool enough for us to deal with, okay? So I have me a little cake board, and I'm just gonna use it to flip it right on into my little pan. I'm gonna center it before I take it off. Ooh, that looks so pretty. Guys, this looks so pretty and so amazing. I did get a little dark right here on the edges, and I saw that when it did start happening, but I ended up leaving it in the oven just for a little bit longer because when I did insert my toothpick in, it did not come out fully clean and dry, okay? So I'm just gonna glaze this with a nice cream cheese glaze, okay? And I didn't get it on film, but in this bowl right here, I just added some cream cheese, powdered sugar, a little bit of butter, and a bit of milk to thin it out. And then I did pop it in the microwave for about 5 to 10 seconds just to really loosen up that texture. Okay, I wanted a nice thick glaze on this bundt cake. I didn't want a thin glaze because I want to taste that icing. Alright, so we're going to pour this right on top. And guys, make sure you do follow this recipe. Oh, please follow this recipe. And try this recipe, definitely. You definitely got to try this out because this recipe is so amazing, guys. Oh, it just looks so good. It tastes amazing. This isn't my first time making it, and this is like a staple with my family, okay? I'm trying to get the glaze on even, so I'm like really concentrated a bit. And I'm just gonna help it a little bit glide on the edge. Okay. And now I just have my leftover blueberries. And these were washed, but I always wash them, put them back in the container just because it's more practical. And I'm just gonna stick a couple blueberries in my frosting just to have a couple fresh blueberries on there. Throw some in the center. And I am just gonna put a couple around the sides just because when I slice the cake I do like to get extra blueberries on the slices, and if I put these in my fridge I always forget to put extra blueberries on my cake. Alright guys, so this is what we have. This is our lemon blueberry bundt cake, okay? It's so amazing. It has this great cream cheese glaze on it. I can't wait to bring this to work and actually bite into it and eat it with my coworkers. So please make this recipe. If you do end up making this recipe, make sure you leave me a comment down below and also tag me in it on any of my social media handlings, okay? Until the next video, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.